Hello, welcome back to another episode of Leo Interviews. Today we have Gabriel Neuman with us.
Hi, Leo. How are you doing?
Good, how about you?
Excellent, excellent. Just coming back from a trip and trying to get it up on this call for you.
Oh, perfect. Well, let's go ahead and get into today's podcast. Tell me about you.
Yeah, my name is Gabriel Neuman. I'm from Mexico City. I live here all my life, and I am working with the artificial intelligence for mostly 5 years right now, and building things, building software, and building solution for clients in Mexico and United States. And that is what I do. And I'm a mechatronic engineering by heart. So I started with IoT devices and building how to call robots and cars that drive alone before the Tesla came out. So that is myself, and I always love to build things.
Oh, wow. You sound like a very smart person. I only know how to do simple things in life, like closing and opening a door, and that's about it. So having the ability to kind of help work with AI, I think that's really amazing.
Yeah, like the main thing of the AI and then all the IoT devices, the main thing is to know when you have to open and close things and know when it's on and off. Because that is the main thing of software. Software almost all the times go by one and it's on and off. And then you can go and say it like that and build it and help with the help of with AI, you can build things faster right now and understand also whatever you don't know, you can ask them AI in order to give you guidance on how you to do things.
Hmm. Yeah. So what specifically do you do with AI?
I do a lot of things from getting face recognition,
Hmm.
plates recognition as well, behavior recognition for different kind of thing. For example, for stores, so you can know where in a store where is located all the food or all the people are moving. So that you can get out information from the cameras that they have in the security cameras, and from then you can learn things. The other things that I have built different kind of system. For example, I'm building one for podcasters, so they can track better the podcast infrastructure from the beginning to the end, and to know to get better questions about that, like all the prep work that you have done, like for example to interview or to learn about me or learn about your guest, that can be handled to an AI assistant that can go and build everything for that and also give you all the patch and all the questions that you have over here.
Hmm. Yeah, I know my dad will use like ChatGPT or Claude to get like some notes down about like you or the guests before they come on the podcast. And I'm just saying, I might have to try some new AI stuff. Just saying, good, seems really useful.
Yeah, but the thing is, like the systems that we are building is we are trying to push it out. Like the main thing, the chat gpt or the OpenAI, that is the motor that we have, like the future. So if we can systemize, like every time you dad go by a guest that is coming to your interview flow, and then you always have the same questions, you always interview or you always do research, instead your dad doing the research or chat gpt in 5-10 minutes, that will be automatically 99% of the time. So every time will come the same thing. And that is what AI is good for. It's good for manual task or repeatable task that is doing all the time the same thing.
Hmm. Yeah, it's people use AI for like small things, and people don't realize just use it for like the big things, like you said, like tasks that are very like repeated and they can speed up with using AI. Like people like sometimes just use it for small things and small things only. And really, I feel like they should know how to like use AI to its like full limits.
Yeah, we are on the basis right now for the limits, because like we are in the beginning part of the AI thing, and like for this kind of thing, because AI has been working for us for a long time. Like the first time that I worked with an AI agent or AI interface was when we were building a system to the car to drive alone, because it has eyes, and that is another type of AI. Like they need to know, or when you how to go when a security camera has, like if it is a man or woman. It was like more than 5 years ago when they started to do this kind of thing.
Yeah, it's probably like 2020. Well, actually, technically, like in the early, like I guess 2000s, when everyone had those absolute like fat computers and not these thin ones, these giant ones. People were starting to use like a JavaScript, which was kind of like a kind of more of a smaller version of AI, and it wasn't game changing, but it was still cool. And then 2020, and then AI comes on scenes, and ChatGPT and Claude and Gemini and Grok and all this cool stuff.
The thing that came with this AI revolution, for example, is the ability for people to start working with AI faster. Like now, everybody can have a project, everybody can ask ChatGPT or Cloud or Gemini or Grok or whatever to do several kind of things in their language, even if they are not the first language, so they can understand everything. So they can jump faster and do things better. So that is also a good thing. But AI was working beforehand, as I told you.
Yeah, yeah. That's AI has they grow up so fast. The children, all the children and the AI, they grow up so fast. But for real though, like 5 years ago, oh we're like, oh yeah, AI, artificial intelligence. Okay, it's cool. It can do stuff. And then fast forward 2026, not 5 years ago, 6 years. Boom, 2026. Everyone's using AI. ChatGPT, everyone's using it. Claude, everyone's using it. Grok, everyone's using it. Gemini, everyone's using it. Chinese DeepSeek, almost everyone's using it.
Not in
But
United States, but they are using. No, but then this thing is what they are using. Mostly they are using the minimum. They are chatting with AI to do things like you said, your father. He entered my profile. It didn't have like, but they don't working. AI needs to work for you. AI is another person that will help you to do things. For example, if you don't know how to do your taxes because you are young and you don't know about that right now, but that can give you an advantage for your kid, for your age. You will now know about taxes, and you know what is the minimum or what is the taxes or how the system works, because that is something that you needed to know. Also the social security or another things that can help you understand what you needed to do, or how to get better on yourself, or for example in this podcast, how to get better, what is a good thing that you can do in order to be more productive, or what you can do to have better reach on your podcast. Some of them that can help you in order to do the work. That is the thing that you need to ask it, or help by the AI, and not only the things that you will see on the social media, that now I can chat, now I can ask the question of my exam on my trades, something like that that can help you. That will give you more advantage for the use of the AI.
yeah, it's at this point, I think schools are just gonna become like they're just gonna like be gone in an instant, because every like every single day we're gaining more and more knowledge, and now that we have ChatGPT and Claude or Grok, Gemini, whatever AI you use, like now we ask, hey, tell me the story of ice cream, right? And it's like, if you were to have a test about the like Napoleon, you can go ChatGPT, hey, oh hey, make me a like, I guess like a little test, right, for Napoleon. Just boom, copy and paste it, then just print it out, and boom, and it's like, maybe schools, it's a possibility. It's going to be a 50-50 chance. Maybe some schools will stay around, but maybe others won't.
I think the most important thing on this kind of thing is like you need to know, and the only thing that right now AI cannot like replace is our thinking and how we think about problem solving, because that is gonna be the difference between you and I, or you and your computer. How you better know how to give the answer or the question to the AI to solve the question, to solve the problem. And defining the problem is mostly the most important thing that right now we need to do, because AI can do a lot of things, but the thinking, and right now I haven't seen in my time AI doing everything the first time correctly 100% of the time. So you need to know about what to do it, how to do the things, and the problems that can solve it and the problems that cannot solve via AI. And that is the main thing, and the difference between using AI the correct way or giving everything to AI, because if not, we can be like slavers of AI in the future also as well, because they will not need us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I think one day in the future, everyone thinks that AI is going to like take over us, or they're going to become more supreme. If that does happen, we're gonna like enslave ChatGPT for work, and then one day it's gonna just like go against us, and then everyone goes in hiding. It's like shooting like rocket launchers or something.
I am not like too complicated of that, but they are doing. I don't know if ChatGPT, but they are using in different kind of thing, intelligence, artificial intelligence, to know about more things in biblical things or in words right now. But I don't think in a near future, and I hope in the near future, we're gonna be dependent on the AI. We're gonna be, again, we control AI and we control the machines right now. So the idea will be we control and we give the harness. We harness the AI to do the things as we know, and he can go and still AI cannot solve the problems like the humans cannot solve. Like for example, cancer or some diseases. That is where is okay. Then he can go faster. He can do a lot of testing right now, so he can help us, guide us where we can go, so the human can start leaning for the problem. But the AI will not know about the solving the cancer, because he doesn't know what is cancer. He only knows ones and zeros and what is the predictive on the things. But the human or the prompt that we give him, he needs to go and fetch it out for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In your opinion, personal favorite, just in your opinion, what do you think is the best, like the most top? I get that they're like all AI, so they're all the same, but just personal favorite, what's the best AI?
I use a lot Claude right now, but sometimes I use also Gemini and on ChatGPT, depending on on different kind of thing. What is the task? What it needs to be done? So I don't have any preferred of which one. Like if I'm gonna be coding, sometimes I started with ChatGPT with a Codex, is called it, and then moved to Cloud Code. And sometimes I started in Cloud Code and go to Codex to check the work. So I don't have any favorite for me. For me, they are doing different jobs in different case, and also different models help you to do something. And that can give you also an advantage, because if you do something like that, you can save money on giving like money on tasks, like for example, to select what you can do to a cheaper model, and not push all the power to the fast and the most expensive model, because they have different pricing range between the small and the high middle task. So you need to go and start building something like that in order to give what is the best possibility for each task that you wanted. Depending on the task, that is the one that you're going to be selecting. For image, you have one. For video, you have another. For texting, another. For code, you have another. For validating everything, you have another. And sometimes you need to check, okay, that is having like the output is going to be most cost effective with this one, and checking only with the second one, or like something like that. That is like, it's not like the good answer that maybe all the people give you. I always use Cloud, or I always use Codex.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's first we had JavaScript code, ChatGPT. Okay, yeah, it's amping up a tiny bit, but we can just chat. 2026. Now they just code. They just code, and you can kind of create like anything that you want now with the Codex and Claude Code. It's kind of bonkers.
But then in that scenario that you started with JavaScript or with programming on hard coded, if you know when you start like learning the basic on how to code, then you can understand how the thing is working, and then you can build more things and faster. Because if you know the logic on the one and zeros that you told me that you want to open and close doors, that will give you the specific on how can I build something more important for myself, or that I know the logic that is working and guide the AI to do the heavy lifting. But then you control what you have to do it.
Yeah. Thankfully, I don't think AI is going to take over. And if it does, please do not harm me, my family, or my dog. I will send you digital cookies one day.
Yeah. And the other thing that will never how to call conflict is this kind of thing, like talking to people and talking to you, human to human relations. That I think is going to be the most majority of the things, and that is why I'm thinking on building something around the podcast industry, because that is the only way. Like you and I have something more in common than the AI that I have with you. We are both humans living in this earth. We can be in different countries, we can be like in the different, but we have like a one thing in common that everybody use, and we are humans.
Yes,
So
we're not the smartest living organisms, but we are a organism.
we are in the only one that we have. We don't have any other where to move.
Yeah.
So we need to take it aware that everything is over here, and we need to take care of each, depending on the religion and the stuff. We are here. We cannot change that.
What do you think is the biggest challenge for people who are new to like AI? Like, what is the biggest challenge that they mostly face?
Like for what I have seen, and I have been working, the most common thing that they have fear of putting all the information to AI. Like, what happen if I put my credit card to AI? What information can I handle if I have my CRM to AI? So that is something that they have like concern, and that is a good concern. But then you need to think it out. Okay, what happen if I don't give that information? If I don't give it, can I have some kind of good things that I can do with it, or is 100% mandatory that I change it out like that? Or what happen also if I give this information to a BA or to a people like in the team that I don't trust? It's the same. It's a trust factor that you need to build from robots or from people. So that is one of the things that always happen with AI.
Yeah. Like everyone thinks that AI is up here and humans are here, but really we control it. So really it's like this kind of.
Yeah, we control whatever we want. If you don't want to like give information to AI, don't give it. Like if you don't want like to be in charge of your CRM, don't connect to the CRM. Then you have, and you will need to know, okay, what things I can give, what things I cannot give. And also if you give it out, maybe you use a local model in your computer that model will help you to do kind of things, or clean the information or anonymize the information and then push it out to AI most powerful output. But that is the thing that you need to work, because we talk about Claude, ChatGPT, Open, Gemini, but there are some other models like Llama, or there's another Chinese that they're running on your computer, so you don't pushing anything outside to the cloud. So that can give you an advantage. Or some of the, like for example, I know ChatGPT, they have something in common with different brands, that they don't give information back to the cloud, so they don't push it out to the cloud, and they are in the local machine or the local network with all the information. So that is also a secured part of the things.
Yeah, I feel like just like a fail-safe, we need just like a giant box where we just contain all the information of like everything that we give to AI, just like a tiny like a little secure box. So like if something goes wrong, then it gives our like credit card information or something. We just like kind of secure it, keep it in the box so that it doesn't go out.
Yeah, but there's more like there's a problem with that, because that needs to go to the internet, and that is something that you need to control. For example, in that credit card, you only give some credit cards that you control, and you can turn off and on, and you know it, and you have some limits on that, because it's the same thing as like for example, if your father wants to control you, like if you go and give you a credit card, like you can go and take all the candies for all the day, or you can go to the shopping center and buy everything. But if they have a control, and they control you with the, like you have $25 per limit per candy, 25 limits for that, that will control you. That you harness of your use of your credit card. The same thing needs to be doing with the AI. You need to control what they can do it as another person that is using the credit card. So that is the control part of the blocking part that you are talking about. And yeah, that is the main thing of building something with the brain and not pushing everything to AI to build everything.
What is the biggest piece of financial advice that people should use with AI?
Financial, like I'm not a financial guy, so the only thing that I do and that I think is something to do more in the United States, to be aware that I'm not a financial guy that can give you something, but he can predict something on your buying thing. No, for example, if you give your credit card information or your information about the buying structure, he can guide you and say, okay, this month you're gonna be going up or going down of your budget that you have. So budgeting is a good thing because he can read and he can learn what you are spending and try to give it out. Okay, this month you go and spend a lot of grocery, or this month you spend a lot of food. So that can give you more information on that. And other people are doing how to call stakes. They buying stakes in something, but that is something that I don't do, and I don't use the AI for that.
Mm-hmm. A good strategy that my dad uses is he gives ChatGPT and Claude the same problem, same prompt, same everything, but he has them agree on one thing, like one giant superpower, like one ultimate plan that works like for everything.
Yeah. Then you can use ChatGPT to prompt and to build a prompt for another thing, and then if you have the best answer that you have, then you give a prompt and you can generate a prompt that will work for everything.
Yeah.
So that is another strategy to use it, but like not for the financial part.
Yeah. Although, if you pair them up and then use it for something financial, then it's pretty good.
Yeah, you can use it for whatever you want. Like the our creativity is the blocking part for what you can use AI right now. So you can use for whatever you want. So also for financial, you can ask, like as soon as you're gonna be asking to one financial guy what to do in order to invest, he can guide you on things that you cannot see it. But then this is our responsibility to take action, and not the responsibility of the AI. And that is something important. We are in the responsibility as a human for the last thing or last call that we have to say with AI.
Yeah. Well, as we know it, AI is just getting bonkers and more bonking and more bonkingers every single day. But as always, humans must stay more supreme. And in order to do that, we need money. And what better way to gain money through self-promoting? And so in order to help you, we like to find out where people can find you and help support you. So is there maybe a website, a link, a social where people can find out more about you?
Yeah, my website is gabrielneuman.com. You can find me over there. I am also active on LinkedIn, LinkedIn/en/Gabriel Neuman. Right now, almost all my content is in Spanish, but I am starting to push more information in English, only the caveats on that, so people can also work me. And I work with some people in Mexico and United States and Europe as well.
Perfect. Well, guys, go help support Gabriel. He's been an amazing guest on today's podcast. And as always, we have to have him answer the question. Are you ready for it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. The question is, now before I say the question, I'm about to name you 2 sodas, and you have to choose to drink only one of those, okay?
Okay.
Okay. One of them is a Pepsi, and the other is a Sprite. Which one would you choose?
Sprite.
Okay, that's a point for Team Sprite. Sprite's at 3 points. Pepsi, sadly, at 2. However, it is the first one to 10, so it's still very close. Sprite and Pepsi getting very, very close, very high tension But of course, that is a point for Team Sprite. So Sprite has a 1 point lead. We're gonna see how this ends up. I would personally, I guess, just go for Sprite, just because you can make a Shirley Temple, and those are pretty good.
Okay.
Well, as always, before we come to closing of today's podcast, guys, hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, and kick the bell button. And as always, it was nice talking with you.
Nice to talk to you, Leo.
Of course. Well, until next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.